Welcome to Guitar Gallery. It's Stefan, and today, guitar legend Mauritz Lotz. Welcome.
Thank you, Stefan. Nice to be here.
It's such a honor and privilege to have you here. We've been wanting to have you here for quite a while, and you promised, and you made good on your promise. So,
Thank you so much.
thank you very much for coming to visit us. I've been reading through your website the last few days just to look at your CV, if I can call it that.
Yeah, sure.
Blown away.
Thanks.
And I knew some of it. I didn't know all of it, I must be honest. But I think that the thing that impressed me most is just you're a normal guy. And
Okay.
and everyone I speak to says the same thing. And that's just amazing, and it also makes it so nice to have you here. The other thing I want to ask you, because I've watched the interview with Marshall Music, with Stuart, and there's also a lot of things that I've learned more about you in that one. And so I thought maybe I'm going to ask some questions that I'm not sure if it's been covered before. But if I look at everyone that you've played with and your CDs, I would guess most of that has been done on an electric guitar.
I suppose popular to, or contrary to popular, perception, perhaps, I'm not sure. But it's actually, a lot of acoustic.
Really?
A lot. Yeah, I mean, I would say at least 50-50, at least.
And would you say
You know,
that ratio's been like that over all the years, or did it change? Or
It's, I suppose I think the last 10 years or so, it's gravitated actually more towards acoustic.
okay,
There are a lot of new guys. I mean, obviously there are a lot of new players around, and on the scene, they're wonderful guitar players. And with the convenience of technology, people can do their recordings at home and so on. But acoustic guitar is generally, I think, just by nature and by just the law of physics surrounding playing the instrument, is definitely more challenging to play in studio than electric. I found that it sort of gravitated a little bit more towards acoustic of late. A lot of guys do their own electric parts, but I don't sometimes get called in to do just the acoustic parts. But prior to that, I would say probably, for the first sort of 25 years or so, it's really been at least 50-50.
really?
It's a wonderful learning school, in terms of discipline and accuracy, and obviously just, playing as clean and expressively as possible, just by nature of, a lot of different genres. You get called upon really having to concentrate on getting a really good take. The type of gigs I do, I would say probably half of the gigs I do are actually just acoustic guitar accompanying a singer.
Okay.
Every now and then I would end up in a band situation, depending. But there seems to be quite a bit going on with people just either just needing accompaniment or just doing it themselves, or then you get the solo guitar players, that, literally sound like one-man bands with, just either the way they play or, loop station or whatever. So I don't know. I think it's exciting. It's wonderful.
And maybe just latching on that last comment, the future of the guitar. What's your view?
May it live on, and I think it will.
Yeah.
For generations to come. It's just one of those things. It's, I'm really stating the obvious most likely here. I think it's just the most versatile instrument on the planet, in my opinion. It just is. Whether you actually you use it in context of accompanying, whether you use it as a solo instrument, from across the board, across genres, there'll always be space for a guitar somewhere. In my opinion, and by that I don't mean guitar solos or or whatever. I mean, I grew up in with a lot of 70s and 80s bands, so that a lot of the glam rock stuff. We had to practice a lot of solos and stuff. But nowadays it's so open. It's even hard to sort of you know, really describe it, you know, and say, okay, well, that's exactly where it's at, you know.
Yeah.
There's so much out there. I mean, and I think thanks to internet media for that, because I discover a lot of, you know, amazing stuff on the internet, which, you know, under normal circumstances, I wouldn't know. You know, these guys are out there doing those kind of things.
We spoke about the internet. I think it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing as well. But what would your tip be to our friends out there, you know, to make part of your guitar playing, to take it to the next level, or whatever your next level is?
It's hard. It's difficult for me to really, you know, describe it accurately. But I do find that, you know, maybe it's the bombardment of so much going on, and there's so many people doing so many different things. You know, I get the feeling that a lot of, you know, guys, you know, I mean, because you have all the information available to you, you know, you know, a click of a button, you know, you can have whatever relevant information you're looking for is out there. And I think that makes it easier. It definitely makes the growth process, you know, I think possibly, you know, it definitely quickens the process. But I think the fundamental element, you know, which is coming back to your question, is I think the gravitas of life in general. I'm not saying you have to be, you know, a certain age or anything, but something really happens. It's like wood maturing on a guitar as well. You know, it's something needs to happen for your own expression to really shine through. And I think that sometimes, you know, I sometimes miss that, because you see a lot of people emulating or really doing, you know, amazing tricks on a guitar and doing, you know, playing things perfectly, you know, but whether it actually moves me at the end of the day, you know, for me, the acid test is very simple. So I actually want to close my eyes, because we tend to listen with our eyes a lot. You know, we'd like to see how somebody plays as much as you want to actually be moved by the music. But, you know, if you can just close your eyes and listen and be drawn into the music, I think then you're onto something. Where do you learn that? I don't know. Maybe you're just born with it, or, you know, maybe you know, it just manifests itself in some way or form at a certain time in your life. Because a journey, all of us, whether you're playing the acoustic guitar, electric guitar, or whatever other instrument, it'll always be a journey going somewhere, you know. And I think there's value in being aware that there can be much more depth, much more depth available, you know, to really move people through the notes and the music itself, as opposed to the party tricks. You know, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. And I hope I'm making sense.
No, definitely. I mean, I've seen some amazing stuff that's being done on a guitar, but after a while, you know, it's not that exciting anymore. Whereas a good melody just goes on forever and ever.
It'll always be, you know, it'll always be king.
But what you're saying is being technical. That's only one thing, and you need the full package to get people to listen and to be moved.
Most definitely. You know, it's good to become aware of that rather than just this, you know, I don't know. It's hard to say it. You know, it's hard to explain it anyway.
Thank you very much for your time. It was really, I mean, we call this the famous couch, but now it's really famous. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for visiting us, and please pop in again in the area. It's really nice to have you.
I appreciate it very much. Thanks for having me.
And thank you for watching, and leave a message for Mauritz, and go and visit his website at mauritzlotz.com. And you'll learn more about Mauritz there. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.